Hello everybody and welcome to Against the Fence. We've got yet another fighter Q&A for you guys, and this time it's with former Cage Warriors Bantamweight champion Nathaniel the Prospect Wood, and he's currently got 4 wins and 2 losses in the UFC so far, so I hope you guys check it out and enjoy it.
Hey! He clocked it straight away. We've been following your career sort of since that viral fight against Josh Reed, to be honest, at Cage Warriors 86. And then sort of watched you live after that against Luca Ovine, I think it is. Is it how you say his name?
Yeah, that little one-punch knockout. We were there for that.
On the left as well, so
yeah. So you had to withdraw on the Brunson versus Till card against Jonathan Martinez due to a hand injury. Tell us what happened. Was it during sparring or was it just a freak accident?
yeah, unfortunately it was just in sparring. We it was MMA sparring, so we have the 8-ounce gloves on. So it's protection, I guess, on your hand. And obviously just threw a punch a little bit too hard at the wrong angle and just caught the metacarpal there. It was a clean break, it was, the doctor said kind of, it's as best as you could have broke it in a way. He said, an operation, you don't need to pin it. He said, just rest it, let it just, heal and don't knock it basically. So he said 6 to 8 weeks. I think it's been 6 almost.
Oh, okay.
So I'm hoping, that it's still hurting a bit now, but, I'm starting to do little things on it. I'm not obviously punching on it yet because that's obviously next level. But I just want to make sure that it's 100% because I also busted this one for the Casey Kenney fight. And that's why because that put me out. Then I went back to training, but I wouldn't say I was 100%. So, it just kept hurting. Then obviously I busted this one. So now I'm like, right, just, get the hand back 100%. Yeah, that's where we're at really. So I've just been training anyway, still for it, building up cardio and old left hook. So I was gutted. Obviously, I couldn't fight on that show with all the Brits that were on there smashing it. It was heartbreaking for me to not be on it. But
I bet
it is what it is.
Yeah.
I guess there's a lot worse going on in the world.
Yeah, no, that's it. And I guess you must be itching to get back in there because it is coming up to nearly a year now since we last saw you compete. And what a close fight that was. Has the UFC been in contact to see how your recovery is going and maybe thrown in some potential future names maybe?
I haven't had any names because obviously I got Jonathan Martinez, then obviously get the fight. And he obviously missed weight and ended up getting pulled from anyway. So to be honest, I probably would have been wasting my time going there. So, the way I see it is let's just try and reschedule that fight.
Okay.
There's a good chance that, I don't know, he might turn around and say, no, I'm trying to fight. I don't know how his health is, I don't know.
That's true.
I just, I sent him a message when he got a replacement, said, best of luck, champ, hopefully we can reschedule it after your fight. And he just had a thumbs up. So, I'll leave it to the UFC and down to him to get in touch with me. I'm hoping that maybe I'll be able to get something in December because the way I see it, if let's just say I'm back to punching in 2 weeks' time, that gives me 2 months to, just train because even though I'm still, obviously training, keeping fit, it's not the same when you can't punch your right hand.
Yeah, I bet,
Since I've done it because I can't. Obviously I'm a fight camp, I need to cut weight. So, if I can get something in December just before Christmas, that would be ideal. Especially the missus, she's got an expensive taste. So
is there anyone in mind if it's not Martinez?
To be honest, mate, I'm changing my mind like too much. 1 minute I want to fight Tito Vera, next thing I want to fight Sugar Sean O'Malley.
Yeah, them two have been ducking you, right?
Honestly, this is the thing, right? People are saying, "Oh, why would they want to fight you?" That sort of thing. They'll go for someone who's ranked, blah blah blah. If that's the case, don't say you're going to fight me. I've had a bit of them both on Twitter, and they give it the old, oh, let's fight then. Let's fight. And sort of like, put your money where your mouth is. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's do it. Next thing they'll be announced with someone else. And I'm like, especially Sean O'Malley, he's obviously got, a good name in the UFC. He'll get a lot more say than I will. He's got a huge
of course he will, yeah.
Turn around and message the UFC matchmakers. He'll be able to say, listen, I want Nathaniel Wood. Let's fight. Cool, let's do it. But then I also want to fight someone like Dominic Cruz, man,
that'd be great.
Someone with a name, like in the top 15, top 10, obviously someone like Rafael Sanso, someone who's on the losses, so they can't exactly moan who they fight. And just getting them rankings, man. The way I see it, I thought I won the Casey Kenney fight. I didn't
as well.
Judges gave it to him. Cool. I'm not moaning about it, but I believe that I should be in there with the top 10, top 15. And there's only one way of getting in there, and that's fighting them guys. So it takes to actually accept a fight with me. If everyone keeps saying, now you're not ranked and that, then I'm never going to get in that top position. Someone's got.
If you don't fight them, that's it.
It's one of those where I'm just happy doing what I'm doing. So if the UFC turn around and say, look, Nath, we want you to fight, some guy that I've never even heard of, cool. I still get paid. I still get to do what I love. I'm not too stressed out about the opponents, but there are a couple of fighters that ideally I'd like to fight. I'm kind of bored of asking. Like, if anything, I'm trolling Cheeto a little bit on his.
I mean, it's such a Shark Tank division. Even anyone outside of the top 15 is crazy. So, there's definitely going to be a lot of graft in there to even get in there. Even someone like Adrian Yanez, who's had like a couple of fights now, and he's getting quite a lot of popularity as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. If anyone in the UFC is a tough, there aren't no let's call them bums or cans or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
They're not. It's the UFC. Do you know what I mean? If you get to the UFC, you're obviously high level.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a black belt. Everyone's got the ability to knock the other person out. It's just turning up on game night and getting the opportunity to obviously fight at the top 10, or fight at the top 10. So I'm just gonna keep doing me. Hopefully the UFC give me someone that is ranked and is going to put me up there. And if not, then I'll just have to wait my opportunity. And the cream always rises to the top, we say.
That's it, yeah. Some questions now, sort of more digs into a little bit about the past and things like that.
Yeah, so Brad Pickett has been your head coach / your inspiration. So who else has inspired you early on, and what impacts have they had on your career? It doesn't have to be like in MMA, it could be an athlete or anyone close.
So I'd say my dad, he's always inspired me. In a way, my mum and my dad, because they're just, I look at my mum and dad and just think they're such good people. And it's like, I'm proud, I want to be like my mum and dad. Do you know what I mean? And fighting aside, regardless of that, to me, it's, if people at my funeral say he was a good guy, then I'm a success. That's a success. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So the fighting aside, my mum and dad I look up to. Even obviously in the MMA, my dad's one of my coaches, so he always inspires me.
Yeah.
That's it really. Because I never know what, people are behind closed doors. I was a massive fan of Conor McGregor back in the day when he first started. Obviously now, not a massive fan.
For various reasons.
Yeah. So it just shows that, sometimes I try not to be inspired by certain people until I know exactly who that person is. And, obviously like Brad Pickett, we're very, very, very close. So I know about the guy, he knows everything about me. He's family now, he's not just a coach. So for me, I can, accept that. I'm like, okay, that guy inspires me because I know what he's behind closed doors, unlike, for example, the other names I said.
And 3 fights ago, you fought former title contender John Dodson, and it was quite a nervy one for us as a fan, having seen Dodson's previous success in the UFC. And I guess it kind of goes back to the fact of wanting to strive for those top guys and pick off someone who's maybe was coming off of losses and things like that. But what things did you learn and take away from that fight?
So I took away that I should be in there with the top guys because until obviously I got caught, which is a game of, that's the game of MMA. You know, you get caught, doesn't matter who it is. Until I got caught, I was thinking to myself, is this it? Do you know what I mean? Like, this is a guy that's fought for the belt twice. I watched before I even started training. You know, before I was just an MMA fan, I was watching him on The Ultimate Fighter, and I'm in there with him, and I'm just, you know, you can feel as you're going on. It's like sparring with someone. You know, you can feel the skill. When I thought, mate, I'm up there. Do you know?
To be fair, you look great when you fought him as well. To be fair,
I felt great until I cut my eye, and then I kind of just, you know, forgot about the sort of game plan as such, and just thought, like, finish the fight.
Yeah.
And, you know, obviously just let my guard down, and that's it. But lesson learned, you know, we move on, and I just came away and thought, you know, I should be in there with the top guys in the world. So yeah, I took positives from the fight. Obviously, we took lessons. You know, we came back, watched the footage, you know, and the main lesson was just don't get caught. Because if I'm honest, I was still in the fight. I promise you now. You know, I was coming back out, and I was just, you know, it's one of those things. Once the ref stops it, point even arguing, is there? But yeah, you know, we move on.
One of things in it, but as I said, you were looking great up until that point.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's just one of those things, isn't it? You know, you zigged when you should have zagged, you know, and as they say, as a fan of MMA, then what was your favorite fight to watch ultimately?
See, now I'm going to go back in the day a bit here and be biased, but say I really like Brad Pickett versus Scott Jorgensen when it was in WEC.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
You know, there was Brad's gum shield comes flying out, he picks it up off the wild fight. Yeah, that was like one of my favorite fights back in the day.
But Brad Pickett's never in a boring fight, though, is he?
No.
Exactly.
No, he's got a chin to die for, man. He's got a great chin.
Yeah,
you got to love Brad Pickett's chin.
And I'll just say the Anderson Silva fights, man. When back in the day when he was in, you know, prime time, you just watch him, and this guy is, you know, unstoppable. So for me, I would say I was a huge fan of his fights, his skill set. But yeah, favorite fight, I'd say Brad versus Scott, and that's me back in the day, though. You know?
I mean, especially with Anderson Silva at the time, it was like the aura about him, this untouchable aura.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then you know, and how high he was during sort of, especially after that Stephan Bonner fight, for example, and then, you know, and then all of a sudden it just came crashing down as soon as he lost to Chris Weidman, and probably arguably one of the most shocking moments we've probably seen in the UFC, to be honest, or shocking losses, up there with GSP and Matt Serra. Let's get into then. We want to get your picks for, well, just a few picks for UFC 266, which is happening next weekend. It's Brian Ortega, Alexander Volkanovski, and then you got
Nick Diaz versus Robbie Lawler.
Yeah, and Lauren Murphy taking on Valentina Shevchenko. Who have you got then for Robbie Lawler versus Nick Diaz?
Got to be the Diaz. You know, again, I was a massive fan of him back in the day. I was always a fan of Nick Diaz, not so much Nate Diaz.
Okay.
But and like his fight versus Paul Daly, wicked fight.
Great fight.
So I'm rooting for Diaz, and I hope he does it. You know, I really hope he does it because I'd like to see him continue fighting.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Yeah, if he has a bad loss, say he gets knocked out, you know, I don't know if he'll fight again. But yeah, so I'm rooting for Nick Diaz on that one, and then I'm gonna go with Volkanovski.
Oh, okay. Oh wow, have you got any reason behind it?
I haven't been watching The Ultimate Fighter, so I don't know if he's been a dick in that or whatnot.
Well,
Ash will fill you in on that.
No, to be fair, he's been. There was no beef in that at all. They were both being gentlemen to each other. Brian Ortega was trying to like joke all the time with Volkanovski, but he didn't bite at all.
Okay, well then, yeah, in that case, I'm going Volkanovski, and he's the one that I've always had on Instagram for ages now.
Okay.
So I know him a bit better, if that makes sense. I don't know personally. You know, I guess I see more of his life or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a tough fight, but
it depends if Volkanovski wrestles with Brian Ortega, because he could clinch that neck, get that guillotine sunk in, but
exactly,
we just don't know.
Ortega's never out of a fight. Like
there's no point saying about who's going to win out of Shevchenko and Murphy. We all know who's going to win that one.
Moving on.
Yeah, I reckon
Shevchenko all day long.
I'm joking. Yeah, Shevchenko for that one.
Yeah. We were going to do a game actually.
Go on, squeeze it in.
I don't
do
think
one.
we'll be able to
do one or two.
Oh,
you love a game.
Okay.
You can get in that 4%. Let's do it.
Okay, so this game was sort of guess the signature celebration. All right, which fighter it is. Okay, I've got a few.
Chuck Liddell.
Yeah.
Like this.
T. Ortiz.
Yes! That's quality. And then this one. Let's do this one. So
BJ Penn.
That's pretty easy.
That's it.
And then did I come up with a really good one? Oh no, I didn't. Okay. And then obviously this one, which
Conor McGregor.
that's pretty obvious, isn't it? Oh, nice one. That was pretty decent.
I just got one more quick random question that we had in there. If in terms of reality TV shows, what like Love Island or I'm a Celebrity, what show would you rather go on?
I'm a Celebrity. Right, most I do not class myself. My mates always say, yeah, you're a celebrity, this and that. I'm not, right? I don't class myself as that or anything at all. I've got a blue tick on Instagram. That's it. But if there's any way that I can get on I'm a Celebrity, please,
Really?
please. Because I'd love to do that show. And not even, even if it was, I'm not a celebrity, I'm just a random person. That's all for me, man. I'd pay to go on
Really?
that for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
get me out of here. It looks the bollocks, man. So Love Island and all that can go.
Yeah,
Well,
can
fair
piss
enough.
off,
So,
can't it?
would you class yourself as a bit of an adventurous sort of person then, as in like fine to live out in the world?
And I tell you what, even I would like to actually, I should just apply. Is Bear Grylls The Island?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a bit savage, that's honestly a bit worse. But yeah, the thought of like going in the jungle, that sort of once in a lifetime experience. Yeah, I'm all for that, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw your story earlier as well. About that, them people doing saving animals and things like that.
Yeah,
we said we're going to donate some money to that charity. I'll let you explain it to John, because John's not seen
I've
it.
not seen no.
So obviously in China the dog meat trade,
Okay.
and see what goes on. It's not just so. Even I'm trying to be vegetarian myself because people are like, oh, you eat cow, you eat this, but yeah, these dogs are like kept in like I don't even know how to describe it, just horrific ways. And these two girls, and one's an English girl, one's Australian girl, and I think an Irish girl or Scottish. And what they're doing is they're basically rescuing dogs that are on their way to the meat farms. Oof. And they're basically putting them up and just basically looking after them all on themselves. It's a non-profit organization. And then someone contacted me on Instagram and said, hey, you should plug this charity. They could really do with it. So I've just put on my Instagram, if anyone wants to just donate anything, I'll follow you back. If you donate like £1.
Yeah, we said we'd donate some money.
Yeah.
We're a bit tight if you just donate £1, but yes, I'll follow you back. And, because nothing really I've got left to auction off, because I usually do that stuff for charities.
Okay.
But yeah, the dog charities are very close to my heart. So if anyone can go on there, I'm going to be donating myself. I'm not one of these people.
Yeah.
No, you donate and not me. I'm 2%. I've got 2% left.
Okay, let's get the finishing remarks in then. Nathaniel, thanks for coming on. I was going to say much appreciated for coming on. Well, everyone. Thanks for coming on. That's amazing for you to do that. To do
pleasure.
This. It's been nice chatting to you.
Out. Right, later.
Later, man.
Mate.
Can't wait to
Take
see you
care.
soon. Take care.
Can't wait to see you back.